No, Martin, no.
So you wee harlots.
No, Martin, no.
And welcome back to the Retro Review. I am the Bearded Geek. Joining me as always is Mikey the Freak.
What's up?
And Steve. Back again. Today,
What's up, Steve?
don't know what to do with your hands again, huh?
New tattoo.
Ooh,
Tattoo.
nice.
New tattoo. The carpet from The Shining. Look, it's diagonal, but it's a straight line. New tattoo.
It looks good.
New tattoo. Lost the plane. All right.
Like 4 hours long. Sorry, let's get into the movie.
Not a problem. If you read the title, you know that we are going to be discussing the movie I forgot the name of the movie. High
Spirits.
High Spirits.
Spirits.
Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about this movie?
Sure, absolutely. High Spirits coming out in 1988 with a running time of 1 hour and 39 minutes. Such a star-studded cast for the 80s. I'm sure we're going to get into that at some point. But it's about a hotel in, I believe, what is Ireland. My phone is telling me to clock out. A hotel in what is Ireland, I believe, or the island around Ireland, Scotland, Europe. You could call it that. Yeah, sure. Yeah. The hotel is basically going to be shut down, bought out by someone, and the entire castle is going to be moved to Florida. Lord knows why. And so they bring
California.
Oh, yeah. Was it California? Originally, when he was on the phone, was it? I thought he had said Florida. I thought he said Florida on the phone at first. Fine, whatever. California.
Venice Beach, I think, is what he said.
Ears. Okay, so California, and a bunch of tourists come to stay at the place because the man that owns it, Peter O'Toole, decides to come up with a great idea to have a haunted hotel, and they're going to create their own spirits and their own mysterious entities, and hilariousness ensues in a film that is once again just from my childhood. That it's a cheesy, campy film, but I absolutely love it.
All right. Mikey the Freak, give us your quick impression of High Spirits.
Well, that's Home Alone. You said quick impression. So I would say it's probably one of Steve Gutenberg's in his prime movies that he shouldn't have selected, but it was Daryl Hannah also in her prime as well. Yes, very, very attractive Daryl Hannah in her prime. But very popular cast in the 80s. I like the fact a very cheesy type ghost. They want to do the ghosts to try to create business and bring them in. And it starts out where it's a great idea. We're going to come up with different types of ghosts, and a banshee is going to be hanging from a tree. They're like, oh, these are great ideas, and nothing goes right. It is just completely terribly wrong. I always thought that was funny. And then that funny part when they first arrive and they drive straight through everything and go straight through the woods right into the lake. I always thought that was a funny part. It's like, well, this vacation is going to start off great.
Yeah.
And then
she's aquatic. She's amphibious. That's what the bus driver says. She's amphibious. So I've been told.
As it's slowly sinking.
It's slowly sinking. So, and then we come to find out when the actual ghosts start to show up, throughout the movie. And then towards the end, where all the ghosts are there, the bus starts to actually come up and start chasing them. And Liam Neeson is actually driving the bus.
Yes.
So I thought that was funny. Liam, great. This is one of young Liam Neeson. This is probably the first movie I've ever seen him in. And then probably before he got popular, I'm not sure anything before the 88 that I know him in.
I mean, in reality, I'd say the biggest people that you're going to have in this film are going to be Peter O'Toole, Steve Gutenberg, and Beverly D'Angelo. I'd say everyone else are just really starting their acting careers in Hollywood and aren't super well-known names yet.
And we said a young Jennifer Tilly in this movie, which I thought was pretty interesting, and Peter Gallagher.
Yeah, Peter Gallagher is a great one.
Yeah,
and you also get the blood-sucking lawyer from Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. The one that gets eaten on the shitter
by a T-Rex.
And also one of the Taylors in one of our favorite films. But I won't mention that in case you're going to mention it.
Yes. Oh, I know. I don't have that on here.
Oh, good. Oscar. It's Oscar.
Yeah, I don't have that on here. So interesting movie. Probably not one of the greatest movies that of the age, but very
Get out of here.
Very interesting watch. There are some, I'd say, bunch of funny parts, but it's more of a corny and accidental issues that they have. They're just trying to save their castle, and when they come into all these issues and problems, you're just like, it's not going to work out. They're going to lose the castle.
But let's not forget that Beverly D'Angelo's father is the man that is going to be getting the castle, taking the castle, should everything not go to plan, because Daddy has always hated the Plunketts and always will.
But why? It just is. The plot on this, it was so not there. Like
it was the 80s. It was the 80s. I'm sure there was a lot of cocaine involved.
Oh, I'm sure. Like this movie, to me, was it was half slapstick, half wannabe serious, half comedy. Like, it was very
corny. I thought it was a corny movie.
It was, but I think that that's what they were going for. Like, Peter O'Toole's character stood out the most because he's just very proper throughout the whole damn movie.
Very English.
Yes,
English
I
proper.
loved how he's done. He don't want to live no more. He goes to put a rope on
several times.
Yeah, and his mom comes in and says, "Oh, look at you taking the easy way out." He's like, "This is very hard to do, mother." This is not easy. That was funny.
Those are good funny parts. Yeah.
There's definitely some good funny parts. And you mentioned Steve Gutenberg probably shouldn't have done it. I guarantee you, he saw that Daryl Hannah was doing this and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this too."
He was probably asked to do something like this because of his police academy.
Yeah,
because he does have that kind of witty in police academy. He has that witty type of joking, comical type behavior. And I think that's what they were looking for. And he played it well. He played that character very well.
Gutenberg really doesn't have much. Don't get me wrong. I love Steve Gutenberg. But he really doesn't have much range past Mahoney. Every character, you take him in that, you could take him and I'm not going to name anything else because I don't know what you're naming, Mikey.
I have him on there,
yeah. So I don't want to name other ones about.
It's all the same actor. It's all the same.
Well, I'm just saying I don't want to name a movie about maybe old people that feel younger. But Mahoney is just Mahoney. Yeah, I'm not going to name it. Mahoney is Mahoney.
Yeah,
but
different levels of Mahoney is like turned up, or it's like a dial on Mahoney. How high do you want to go on Mahoney, and how low?
Uncle Mahoney or serious Mahoney?
I love Mahoney. I loved Mahoney. The first thing I ever got in trouble with my grandmother was quoting Police Academy, albeit it wasn't Mahoney, it was Tackleberry. But
Tackleberry was funny.
Sorry, Keith. Yeah.
No. It's one of those movies that very slapstick, very not a big budget, you can tell, but they did have some cool special effects in the movie. I would imagine, that
they hung a bus. They probably had a crane. They had a crane, and they moved the bus with a crane. I'm sure
you had like those CGI nuns.
Yeah, you had the CGI. Yes, the CGI nuns. You had the CGI lightning strikes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was
Did they call it CGI in '88?
No, it was like
visual effects.
Yeah,
visual effects. There was probably no computer graphics.
No, the CGI nuns reminded me like of Dink Dinks, from Spaceballs. That's what they reminded me of. Yeah.
I love the fact that where they tried when they had the scene in with the octopus and the boat and all that stuff, to where they grabs the kid and it pulls the kid up and he goes from 4-dimensional or 3-dimensional to a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, it's like you go to the different dimension where it's like everything cardboard to reality.
That is my favorite scene from the entire film. That was my favorite scene as a child. 88, I would have been 6 years old. I for sure was watching this film at 6 years old, and that scene always made me laugh. That was always one of my favorite scenes. I think it's I love this. This movie's great. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, well, we all gave our feelings on it, so let's go ahead and get into rating. Steve, why don't you go ahead and give your rating on this movie?
Solid 8.5 out of 10.
That's high.
I love this movie.
So embarrassing.
This is a movie that I could easily put on once a month, like easily, no questions asked. If I need a good background movie, if I just want to watch something that I know for a fact is going to make me giggle. I love this movie, man. I was the one that picked this, so
exactly, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I expected it to be pretty high for you. Mikey the Freak, how about you?
I'm not that high.
I am.
No, I love Daryl Hannah in this movie. Very innocent. I know, right? A very innocent character that changes. I loved it when she went from young to old, and Gutenberg's character was just like, "No, I don't kiss me." Like, no,
very Beetlejuice-ish. Very Beetlejuice-ish.
Yeah, exactly. That it reminded me of that same time frame, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. The same type scene. But it just kind of showed how true love was, and you're gonna love you whether it's inside or outside, whatever you look like. So good meaning on that. But I'm in the neighborhood of like 6, maybe 6.5, just because I did love Gutenberg in the 80s. You can't get away from a good Gutenberg in the 80s. All his movies were pretty slapstick and funny. He did a lot of comedies back then. Or even if it was a serious movie, he was the comic relief. He always had that comic relief character. So yeah, and then Liam Neeson, a young Jennifer Tilly, and Peter Gallagher. I love Peter Gallagher in a bunch of his movies, which I'll go over with soon. But yeah, who doesn't love a young Jennifer Tilly?
Who doesn't love Jennifer Tilly?
Yeah, no, and Beverly D'Angelo.
Are you going to talk about Jennifer Tilly at all?
No.
One word: bound. All right, let's keep on moving.
Hey, I would like her autograph. I would love a Jennifer Tilly autograph, but not from any movie. I want her playing poker.
A poker card.
I want her playing
Ace of Spades, baby.
I've met Jennifer Tilly, and I got her autograph on a piece of paper, and I'm 99% sure I have in a box a condom from Seed of Chucky that she signed as well.
Oh, okay.
Because they gave these away at Comic-Con as promotions for the film. They gave away Seed of Chucky condoms.
Seed of Chucky condoms. All right. Well, that's something you need to put on your wall there, buddy.
I need to find it. Just take it and just put a push pin right in the middle. I'm never gonna use it.
No.
I'm married. I'm not having sex.
All right, Bearded Geek.
Yeah, I'm going to give this. I'm going to give it 6.5. I'm right there with you, Mikey. 6.5. Not really something I would suggest to people, but it's better than average simply because of the cast. The cast made this movie.
Yeah.
The plot not there, non-existent. It had some funny moments. It sometimes lost my interest, but most of the time it held my interest. So a good 6.5 for me.
Yeah.
Steve, do you have any fun fact about this?
True fun facts.
True fun fact.
Cool. Woo!
because everything else was boring AF. The first fun fact, Peter O'Toole was not the original Peter Plunkett.
Oh.
The original Peter Plunkett later dropped out of the film. Sir Sean Connery.
Well, that would have been a different movie.
That would have been a completely different film. The castle has ghosts in it. Like, folks, don't, you have to stay. Come back. You know, you're going. We've ghosts. Fine. Fine. And the writer and director of the film, Neil Jordan, has always maintained that the released version of the film is very different from the one he actually shot. He was more or less excluded from the editing process of the final cut and insists that his version is still locked away in a vault.
They probably burned that thing.
Well,
maybe not. You know, Prince had like...
Who was the...
Neil Jordan.
Neil Jordan. Release the Jordan cut.
Release the Jordan cut.
Jordan cut.
We're gonna hashtag release the Jordan cut.
Release the Jordan cut. Hashtag high spirits. I'm gonna get Jennifer Tilly on this.
Yes.
We'll get Gutenberg to back it. They're all on Twitter.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
And those were my two fun facts.
All right. Well, I do have some movie memorabilia from this. Believe this or not.
Oh, nice.
I have a High Spirits 1988 movie screening ticket. For $8.80 plus $3 shipping.
That's cheap.
It's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It looks like it's in pretty good condition too. We also have a High Spirits laser disc. Good condition, very rare, great film. Daryl Hannah for $24.99 plus $4.50 shipping. We also have a High Spirits original motion picture score CD for, let's say, $80. $79.50. Free shipping though. Free shipping.
Oh,
all on it. All on it.
Got to get that autograph by Jennifer Tilly. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I would. So that is it for movie memorabilia.
Release the Jordan cut.
Release the Jordan cut.
Yes.
Hashtag. That's one person I would say in the 80s. Of course I was young then. I was only 8 when this movie came out, but Gutenberg was somebody that I watched almost every single movie of Steve Gutenberg. He's somebody that I could sit there and watch all the movies, and I'll go over some of the movies in a few minutes.
So it's whatever version of Mahoney it is.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's probably one of my favorite actors out of the 80s.
Well, Jennifer Tilly was a big actor in the 80s too. She was like,
Jennifer Tilly became big in the 90s.
It was 90s?
90s.
Oh.
Yeah.
90s.
Okay. Yeah, this was late 80s. So.
Her doing naked cartwheels in Made in America, I want to say, or something like that. The Whoopi Goldberg Ted Danson film.
I used to hate her voice in movies, but now I find it hot. I don't know why. I used to hate it. Now I find it hot.
Yeah. Very attractive.
Mikey the Freak, what do we have for some related reels?
I could have stayed with Steve Gutenberg. Let's go with Steve Gutenberg. Let's look at some of his films.
Let's do it.
All my favorites. Police Academy 1 through 4. Probably one of my favorite ones is Police Academy 3. Back in Training. Yes, I love Back in Training. It was so fun when they introduced new people, new casts,
and then never bring them back.
And then
I think the only one they bring back is Faulkner or the one that's accent prone.
And then in Citizens the cartoon. Y'all remember the cartoon?
I remember the cartoon.
Yeah,
I remember the cartoon.
Very short lasting.
Yeah. And then in the wife, and then in Citizens on Patrol, they bring back his wife. They bring in his wife.
Yeah. His wife. Yeah.
I want to say it's Faulkner.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's Tim.
Well, Mike said he's gonna watch them all. So
I can't remember. Tim. God, I can't remember. Tim Kazurinsky.
Moving on.
Yes, moving on. Funny as hell. Anyway, so Cocoon, which is one that you were talking about earlier.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
I know, right?
Diabetes.
I love.
you got
I like
diabetes, you
Cocoon.
check it often.
I love Cocoon. Cocoon was such a good movie. And then, of course, Three Men and a Baby.
Quaker Oats. Quaker Oats.
Quaker Oats. Man.
Sorry, I'm just making more Wilford
Brimley.
Wilford Brimley.
For the huge Wilford Brimley audience we have here.
Hashtag bring back Wilford Brimley.
Hashtag he's dead. Hashtag diabetes.
That's not going to happen. You might get the hashtag diabetes out there. And of course, 3 Men and a Baby and 3 Men and a Little Lady, which is always popular from him back then. Daryl Hannah, always a very nice sight to see. Some of her recent work, Kill Bill, Kill Bill Volume 1, Splash from the 80s, and then Roxanne, which was a popular movie with Steve Martin. No, not that one.
It's a modern. It was a modern '80s take of Cyrano de Bergerac. Not to drop a little history on you or anything, but a little French story made American.
It's a good movie though. Peter Gallagher.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Young. That's fine. That's fine. Young Peter Gallagher. Mr. Deeds. Such a funny ass movie.
Sneaky, sir. Sneaky.
American Beauty. Which was an excellent movie, Academy Award. And
I'm thinking of the scene in the drive-thru. Hi, how can I help you?
Oh yeah. And then the last one for him, House on Haunted Hill, which was a newer one, which was actually filmed at Islands of Adventure, which was close to us here in Florida.
Okay.
And I was actually around the corner when they were filming that. Fun. A little tidbit.
Wait, you were there? You were there at the park when they were filming? How close to Lisa Loeb were you?
I was on the other side of the park. They had that whole section blocked off.
You just said you were right around the corner.
Yeah, well, I was at the Cat in the Hat area, not
compared to the world globe. He was around the corner.
I was around.
I was in California, so technically, I was just right across the street.
No, I never saw her. But I did see. I can't remember his real name, but he goes by. He was Yabo in Gleaming the Cube. My mind just went blank. I don't remember his real name. He was
very
the guy's
riveting.
assistant.
Very riveting.
My mind just went blank. Yeah, okay. Very riveting. Yeah. Anyway, Beverly D'Angelo.
Oh, his first name is Max. I want to say his first name is Max. The guy that plays the guy that gets his face chopped off in the thing.
In the thing with the thing with the thing.
Yes. Yes. He was doing all the computer programming stuff at the house.
And then he gets his face chopped off with the thing.
Yes. I just don't remember his first name.
I want to say it's Max.
Yes.
We'll go with that.
Yes, you're good with that. And then the last one I'm doing is Beverly D'Angelo. I'm going to end with her. Funny ones you can watch. I know, right? All the Vacations. I love the Vacations. One of my funniest favorite movies of all time is All the Vacations. Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay. She had a small part in that.
She was the head of the whorehouse.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. And then, of course, American History X. If y'all haven't seen that movie, very good movie.
His name is Max Perlich or Perlich.
It was bothering you that you had it.
No, I knew I was right. It was right there. Get out of here. Leave me alone.
So you just had to confirm you're smarter than everybody. I guess it.
Yeah, him.
I know my movies, bearded geek. I know my movies.
That is true.
Him and Jeffrey Rush. Okay. They were both outside the Hulk when they were filming that.
Cool. All right,
Steve. That's all I got.
Steve, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you on your podcast?
You can find me at The Last Podcast You'd Want. That's The Last Podcast You Want on all major podcast outlets. You can follow us on Instagram on The Last Podcast You'd Want. We drop once a week. We try to, we tend to, we hope to. We talk about movies. It's me and my buddy Travis. that's the new formula. Lots of old formula where I had the same repetitive questions every week for 3 years, but with lots of guests of people that you might know, that you might want to know what they think about certain movies and shit. So you could find us there. And thank you for listening. And tip the veal, try the stamp. We'll see you next week.
There you go. As we come to a close, do all the YouTuber things. Hit that like, subscribe, give us a good old thumbing. Tell us what you thought of this movie. If you liked it, if you have not seen it, go watch it. Then tell us what you thought of it.
Yeah.
Give us suggestions on what movies you would like us to review. Make sure it's in the 80s or 90s, please. So, I do believe that does it for this episode of Back to the Retro Review. So, for Mikey the Freak and Steve, I am the Bearded Geek saying keep it retro, everybody.
Peace.